I'm Jersey Jack Winery, and I'm here at E3, and we're showing our Wizard of Oz pinball machine.
Jack's done a hell of a job. I mean, this is the first run, I can't believe it, because I've got about the top 20 machines of all time from Medieval Madness on down, and this is just way above that. For those of you that are putting them out on the circuit and trying to make money off, it's going to definitely attract people. I mean, with the LCD screen, which is much larger when you see it in person, it's a wide body, number one. So, and I know the back is the same size as a regular pin, but that LCD is fairly large and very attractive. And right now at this show, they're not displaying everything it can do and what the topper can do. So I imagine when that all comes together, it's definitely going to attract. And when you look at the play field and the toys on it, from what's been released recently, you're going to play this. You're going to want to play it. So it's amazing. The lights and the shows that it can put on into going into emerald green or into red or to what the, depending what you're doing in the play field is absolutely amazing. It takes credit cards, it takes bills, it takes everything, so it's going to be quite interesting to see how much that will attract more players, right? Because sometimes you just don't have it. I'm Canadian. You might not have a loonie or a toonie on you to put in these machines to do the coin op, so it's going to take it to another level for people out on the circuit and trying to make money off them for sure.
The Jersey Jack pinball experience is every time I make purchases, I can earn virtual goods and virtual Jersey Jack pinball content. Additionally, I have chances to win free special edition versions of the actual pin. The odds at release will approximately 1 in 100 people that use that app for a year will actually win, free of charge, a special edition Jersey Jack pinball machine. I was privileged to be able to play the pinball machine a couple hours before E3, and after playing, I can say it was a phenomenal experience. A lot of new things are coming out on the pin, and it's very smooth, a lot of great shots, and I think people are going to be absolutely astonished when they actually lay their hands on it.
I'm actually kind of surprised to see a pinball machine at E3. Like, everything is next gen and Connect and Move and Wii U, but when you get your hands on like a solid state pinball machine there, it really is impressive to see. Well, I'm a big fan of the Wizard of Oz franchise, and it's really cool. The flippers have the ruby red slippers there going up. There's the house spinning. There's the trees, sort of popping around. It's very active and lively, and it kind of feels like you're stepping into that universe, and thankfully it's all in color.
There's a couple features that are new. We have a kind of a combination of a hurry up and build up feature where, if you get a hurry up, then the more you collect it, the more that value will build up and up. We brought back rollover buttons. We have those on the play field, and those will play an integral part in lighting multi-ball. So hopefully it'll be a little more easier for casual players to progress through the game just by flipping the ball around than by having to make certain shots in order to progress through the game. I think the most exciting thing is the LEDs. I think the LEDs are the color changing LEDs will be able to do all kinds of things that we haven't seen before in a game. Using colors to help get people's attentions and tying rules together, on different shots of the play field. The amount of interactive toys we have in the game is certainly the most that's been around for a while. I mean, We have a witch, we have 3 thumper bumpers, you know, an outlane bumper, a house that spins with the legs coming out, a monkey that comes down and grabs the ball and takes it to the upper playfield. There's going to be a lot to see and do on the game, and I think people are going to be really happy with the variety of stuff that they have, you know, to do at home. Ultimately, our goal is to make an entertaining game, you know, for anyone that wants to play it. So if we do our job right, you know, if you put the game out on a location, you know, people are going to be drawn to it, you know, by the display, by the lights and stuff like that. And then they'll start playing the game, and then we'll draw them in, you know, with the interactivity that we put in the game. Well, the team's been great. I mean, Joe Balser did a great play field where everything you shoot at with the flippers, you know, scores. You know, I mean, there's like one post on the game that you can hit that doesn't do anything. Everything else, you know, nothing but scoring targets and switches, you know, which is a great feeling. I mean, you know, there's nothing worse than shooting a play field and hitting posts all the time, not getting anything. So that's been really exciting. Greg, of course, did a great job with the artwork and helping take the load off of me with working with our artist in the Netherlands, JP, you know, who's responsible for all of our back glass artwork, all the animations that go on there and whatnot. Jim Thornton, our project manager, has been really great in getting all of our parts in order and getting everything done. And Mark in the build-up lab has, you know, been instrumental in getting this thing up and running. So yeah, the team's been great. And Matt with his, with all the sculpts he's done, with the trees and the witch's castle, you know, he's just done an amazing job with all the different parts on the game. Oh, Jack is one of a kind. I mean, he's a great motivator. He's a great leader. You know, when he announced the project back in January, I think I said, you know, if there's not a lot of people who would be able to pull something like this off, but Jack is one of the few people that I think would be able to do something in that regard. And, you know, he's obviously done it. He's done a great job of pulling all these people together and letting us, you know, run wild designing this thing and finally getting it built.
Having a customer base that's really amazing, passionate, motivated, loyal, dedicated, that'll do anything in the promotion of pinball is really a blessing to me. And you know, a lot of people have come to me already and said, thank you, and we appreciate all you've done. And I don't feel that I really did anything. I understand that I helped create a product that I believe millions of people are going to love for many, many years, and I do really appreciate that. But at the same time, it wouldn't have been possible if all those people didn't believe in me first, and then in the people and the company and what we were doing. So really, they made an investment in me first, and in my company, and in the future of pinball. So I think that's one of the things I'm most proud of. Well, you know, I didn't just create it myself. Yes, I had the idea, and it was the spark to get it going, but we have a great team of people that we assembled, and they have a lot of passion, and they're building the game with all the love and all the knowledge that they have in the industry for many years. And it's just been a really great experience. It's been about 17 months so far, and we've come from nothing to here. To go from here to finished and a great product, it's a lot shorter road down the yellow brick road, yeah. You know, Joe Balser is the designer of the game. He did an amazing, amazing job. You know, he's probably best known to this point for doing Simpsons Pinball Party. he'll be forever known as doing this game because he created a spectacular game. You know, he had help.
I'm sorry, just keep it right here.
Joe Balsa had a lot of help as well and a lot of input. We had some great artists, and Jerry Vanderstelt. We had Chris Granner doing the sound. We had Greg Ferris doing all the artwork on the playfield and plastic sets. Support people like Jim Thornton, who are amazing. Mark Wayner. You have all the people in our Jersey office. You know, John Donzilla created a board system and something really unique out of his genius brain that is in that game, driving what that game is. And then you have Keith Johnson, the best pinball programmer on earth and one of the best players. And he makes that team. So that's what you have as a group. Right, and that's a good analogy because, you know, one guy could hit a home run, but you could still lose the game if people can't get on base and they can't do little things. So it takes a lot of little things to make big things happen too. And there's been a lot of support and a lot of people in the company and even outside the company. A number of our vendors have been very supportive. They want the business, they want the relationship, and they really love and believe in the company and the product. So the LCD in this game, it's HD quality LCD. It's a Wells Gardner commercial. And Wells Gardner is a great partner of ours, great company, great tradition in the coin-op amusement industry. And what it brings is it brings information to you because you're going to have a whole dashboard on the screen to know what you're doing. It's going to guide you and direct you into playing and achieving goals on the game. It's also going to be there to entertain other people that are waiting to play the game. It'll also be there to call over other people in attack mode and even in gameplay mode to come over and say, hey, come on, look at what's going on over here, play this game. So it's not going to have a video mode where you play pinball on the screen or anything like that, but we have an amazing animator, JP DeWin in Holland. He's done some amazing things, a tiny little piece of which we've released so far, and there's many more amazing things to come. The game sounds phenomenal. Chris Granner is an amazing game guy. He's done some amazing sound packages, and we licensed all these songs and he recreated them, and they are amazing. The speech calls we did, we had Warner Brothers approve all of the voice talent that we auditioned. They went into a studio, they cut all the lines for the script, and they're all going to be in the game, and they sound amazing. You can't even tell that it's not the Wicked Witch or Dorothy. They just sound amazing. They were great. Kathleen Wallace is wonderful. She helped us, she guided us, she directed us, and she really got it. She really understood what we were doing, and she at times had to go, you know, to battle for us to explain what we were doing because it is a very revered, protected property. It's a wonderful, iconic property. I grew up with it as a little kid, and I never dreamed that I would have the license to do something like this and so amazing. So hats off to them, and we want to do more with them. We want to do more Warner Brothers licenses. Well, as you look at pinball, people that love pinball love it. They'll play Humpty Dumpty the same way they'll play, you know, any other game because they love the ball rolling around and mechanical action. So bringing this game to millions of young people that never played pinball, that's why we chose E3, and we were fortunate to be here in the Dynamics booth. And everybody that's walked by the game, their eyes got really wide, they looked at the game, and they said, wow. Certain people that were a little older said, gee, I didn't know they were still making pinball machines. So, you know, if I asked you to go out and sell more Coca-Cola, you'd have a real difficult time because the whole earth has all the Coca-Cola they want. So that's why Coke has a billion other sodas and brands and drinks they made. Well, for us to go out and sell pinball and make a really great pinball, and then go out and do it and sell it and get operators to buy it because it's going to make money and get other people to love it, that's not a hard job. We just had to create it. The game's going to do the rest of it. Well, once the game is on location and it does make money, operators will buy it. And I'm an operator, so look, and as a technician, a lot of those things are taken into consideration in the design and manufacture of the game. So, you know, an operator doesn't really care what a game costs. When all is said and done, they care what the game makes. They will ask, well, how much is that? And they ask that question first, which shouldn't be the first question. It should be, how much does it make? So we're gonna offer some finance programs to those operators. We're gonna make it easy. We're gonna do some lease programs for them. But I think they're gonna be able to find the money to buy a game that earns. Also on the game as well, to make sure the game makes money, we want to take alternative methods of payment. So we want to have people be able to play with an e-plate, you know, from Dynamics, a credit card, swipe card, even bill acceptor. Coin slots will be on the game, but not a lot of people, especially young people, carry coins. Most young people here, I don't even think they have money on them. So they're plastic on them. So if you don't give them that opportunity and have a game that takes that, even if they want to play it, they're going to have to walk away because they don't have a method of payment. Well, out of the first 1,000 Emerald City Limited Edition games we sold, we probably sold about 30 games to operators. There are guys that love pinball themselves and they remember the glory days. And they have a hope that, and a faith and a trust in me and the company and our team, that we understand what it takes to make a great game that makes money, because I've been involved with making other games like that. So we have a little bit of a track record. So when they get those games and they put game number 1 out, they're going to be buying game number 2 and 3 and 4. It'll come. You know, you have to work on the best product that you can make. You know, something today to compel people to play it, to put money into it. I think, you know, there has to be that attraction, that wow factor. They have to have fun playing it. So in this game, we have a lot of mechanical action where the ball is interacting with a lot of the toys. You know, you have to get the ball to go around the house to get it to spin before you see the Wicked Witch of the East legs pop out. You have the winged monkey that flies down and grabs the captive ball and brings it back to the witch's castle, locks it behind the doors. You have a witch that you have to hit the target and make her melt. You know, you have a lot of different things going on with the game. I mean, you have 5 flippers and 4 magnets. You have a lot of different mechanical things. So we have the mechanical, we have the electronic, all the lights, having RGB lighting on the game to be able to make every light be any color we want at any time. It's an amazing palette to work from for programming perspective. Wow, all the light shows I could do. I could make them pop, I could make them flash, I could make them do all that stuff. So giving those tools to people like Keith to make the greatest game that he can make, that's what it's about. I think if there's anybody on earth that The Wizard of Oz is not their favorite and they like pinball, they're going to play the game because it's a great pinball machine to play. People that like pinball in any shape and form. Of course, some are better and some aren't better. Let's say it that way, because there's no bad pinball. So the homeowner, the casual player, the collector, the pinball fanatic like me, that's what we kind of built the game for. It was easy. I built the game for me. So, you know, and I built the game for me, the operator, and for me, the collector, and me, the player. So it was kind of selfish, but that's what we tried to do. Oh, I think in accomplishments in my life, you know, my children, certainly my family, this is in the top 5. It's an amazing accomplishment because, you know, when I started it, the good thing was I didn't know everything. And if I knew everything, I think I would have maybe, knowing me, but maybe not, paralysis by analysis. You know, and surrounding yourself with really great people and being the dumbest guy in the room sometime is a good thing. So I'm really very proud of our team, and I'm very proud of what they accomplished, because this is a real product for the ages, really. It's great. I'm really looking, you know, the industry really needs a hit game too. And it needs to bring, pinball has to come back to relevance in our industry and get respect. And the only way it's going to get respect is if it makes money. And this game's going to make money. Having a customer base that's really amazing, passionate, motivated, loyal, dedicated, that'll do anything in the promotion of pinball is really a blessing to me. And you know, a lot of people have come to me already and said, thank you, and we appreciate all you've done. And I don't feel that I really did anything. I understand that I helped create a product that I believe millions of people are going to love for many, many years, and I do really appreciate that. But at the same time, it wouldn't have been possible if all those people didn't believe in me first, and then in the people and the company and what we were doing. So really, they made an investment in me first, and in my company, and in the future of pinball. So I think that's one of the things I'm most proud of. Jersey Jack, pinball is back.